Permitted for duty-free concessions had already surpassed $2 million. The local administrator says the hurricane victims have certainly taken advantage of the government's assistance.
We would have had some 108 applications that were processed through this office and approved by the NEMA head office in Nassau.
Williams admits that the current state of the economy did hamper some residents who are seeking relief.
There are some persons whose goods are on the dock as we speak and did not meet the deadline. And of course, there are these other persons, the less economically fortunate ones, the indigent and senior citizens, who are asking for special assistance. They have no resources whatsoever. For the most part, they are retired and or unemployed.
Now, while some hurricane victims didn't make the deadline, Administrator Williams says an extension may be in the pipeline.
We have had some 127 applicants who have requested additional time to be able to put together their funds so that they can buy their materials, furnishing, furniture, appliances, and in some cases vehicles.
Shakara Trott, ZNS Network News.
We do apologize for experiencing some technical difficulties. Moving on, an island in the northern Bahamas has been cut off from the rest of the world. This after an incident involving a project by the Bahamas Telecommunications Company suddenly came to a halt. Joan Davis Rolle reports.
BTC executive Marlon Johnson calling the incident in the Berry Islands unfortunate. ZNS News caught up with Johnson while on Grand Bahama to address the Bahamas International Investment Business Forum, and he gave this update.
Unfortunately, we had a tower collapse in the Berry. The good news is that nobody got hurt, so we're very, very grateful and appreciative. Nobody was injured. But we had an external contractor who had engaged to take down an old tower of ours. And as they were taking down the old tower, they did something that caused that old tower to fall onto the new tower. So it brought down the communications Berry Islands, all of the cellular network, as well as the connectivity between the Berry Islands and the rest of the Bahamas and the world. So persons on island can still make landline calls, but the cellular network has been disrupted, as well as the landline outside and communication outside of the Berry Islands.
He says an extensive investigation has been launched designed to avert any possible interruption in services.
So we are doing a thorough investigation. We want to make sure that whatever the contractor did, they were following obviously the right protocols when they did it, and that's a concern of ours. And of course, we have a situation now where we have a community in the Bahamas that is cut off. So what we've done is we've flown down a couple of satellite phones for the chief medical officer, some of the other key government officials there, to at least make sure that they have emergency contact with persons outside at the Berry Islands for the time being. And we're working with some of the government agencies like BC to see if we can find a temporary fix by getting a long 90-foot pole so that we can put up a temporary solution until we can order another 200-foot pole to replace it. And that's the unfortunate thing. Of course, we just can't go to Walmart and pick up a 200-foot pole. It's one of those things that has to be specially ordered. But we're very, very grateful that BC has been working with us to enable us to at least see if we can find a temporary pole to allow us to get some temporary arrangement to just get connectivity back on the island.
Johnson says while crews work feverishly to restore telecommunications on that northern island, BTC is reviewing its overall contingency plan.
We are making the network more resilient, so we're doing our best to make sure we build in resiliencies all around our networks. But unfortunately, there are certain things that do happen that you can never anticipate. The towers are designed to withstand hurricane forces, but they're not to withstand another tower fall on them because it would be envisaged that a tower would fall on another tower. So, and in some of these small islands, they're really, really vulnerable. So, as part of our full network review, we are looking to see what we can do to build in redundancies for those smaller communities. We have a contingency plan that we have implemented.
Joan Davis Rolle, ZNS Network News.
Also in news tonight, a local communications giant is advancing in the world of technology. Sabrina Brown fills us in.
Cable Bahamas is working to keep pace with consumer demands in this high technology. The communications provider recently opened its state-of-the-art data center here in Grand Bahama. Commercial Sales Director Andre Knowles.
It's more of a disaster recovery business continuity center. So may have gear at their particular office, but they want to feel secure that in case of a disaster, they have a backup facility. This facility can house their gear for backup purposes.
According to Knowles, the focus is on security and reliability, and he says the infrastructure was designed to support this technological environment.
Any data center is built on redundancy. As you can see from this building, it's a nondescript building, but the building is a concrete structure built to withstand Category 5 hurricanes. It has a solid poured concrete roof, and everything in here is built on redundancy. All of the power supplies within the racks, we have what we call an uninterruptible power supply A and B feed. So the whole idea is mission critical gear will never go down.
Knowles says customers are already taking advantage of this system, which he says is designed to exceed their expectations.
Right now we have 8 full racks and 6 half racks. So we can say we could house 14 clients, but we have room for expansion. As you can see, we only have half the room with racks currently, so we could probably fit about 20 to 24 clients in here very comfortably. These can be very small clients or very large clients. Some clients will want 2 full racks. Some clients may only want a half of a rack. If the need manifests itself, we can even put 3rd racks for even smaller clients. So it all depends.
Operations Manager Edris Wilson is excited about this world-class facility.
This facility adds a new dimension for our local business here in Grand Bahama, as Grand Bahama looks to attract a diversity of business opportunities here in Grand Bahama.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.